This question asking for the earnings per share. So what we can use as the PE ratio, the price per share divided by the earnings per share. Okay, and the way they use this, I think, is a way of just comparing two companies in like a similar market. I don't know, maybe two different hotel companies. If you compare um, their price earning ratio, their PE, um, the higher one is the one that's doing a little bit better, but not a perfect metric for comparing them. So if you plug 52.27 in for the price per earnings, we have that. And then the price per share, they closed at $959.22. $959.22. So you just got a little equation to solve for the earnings. I'm just going to do EPS. Okay? So if you multiply both sides by that variable EPS, or you could just use X if you want. I think you probably know what to do with this equation. And so EPS is going to be $959.22 divided by 52.27. So I got 18.35. Round your answer to the nearest cent. Oh, I didn't finish writing that, but it was 959.22 divided by 52.27 dollars we earned per share. Okay, let's see what else we got. So a company has issued 6.7 million shares of stock. A mutual fund owns 99,000 shares of the company's stock. So what percentage of the company's shares are owned by the mutual fund? So this is just a straightforward percentage problem. It deals with stocks, but it's the same idea. 99,000, that's the portion. And the base, in other words, the starting amount, the total amount that's available is 6.7 million shares of stock. So if you divide the amount that's owned by the mutual fund by the total amount, and then move the decimal 2 places to the right, then you've got your percentage. So 99,000 divided by 6,700,000 times that 100. So we got 1.4776. Nearest tenth of a percent, so we're going to say 1.5. Okay, mutual fund X. So some mutual fund owns 0.5% of the total stock of a company. One particular year, the different company announces an annual profit of 12 million and decides to pay dividends to its shareholders at a rate of 15% of its annual profits. So how much money, so how much will mutual fund X receive in the form of dividends from company Y? So the mutual fund is going to get some money because the company called Y, is distributing dividends. Okay, so they make $12 million, and they're giving 15% of its earnings to shareholders. So just take that 12 million, multiply by 0.15. That's going to give you how much they're going to disperse. They're going to give us, let's see, looks like 1.8 million to all their shareholders, not just to this company. 1,800,000. So if this mutual fund owns 0.5% of this company, then to find out how much money they're going to make, they get 0.5% of this dividend. So multiply by 0.005. Okay, convert that percentage to a decimal. Get 9,000. That's how much the company is going to get. Okay, Alex decides to invest in the stock company Z by purchasing 1,000 shares at $2.35 per share. After a short while, the stock rises to $2.68 per share. So Alex makes a profit here. Alex bought it, $2.35 per share, and then sold it for $2.68 per share. So Alex's profit per share is just by subtracting those two, right? Per share. So 33 cents. And since Alex has 1,000 shares, if you multiply that profit per share by 1,000, you get 3,300. That's how much Alex made on that sale. And then Alex must pay his stockbroker a fee. Calculate 5% of the profit on the investment. So calculate Alex's pre-tax profit. So no tax. Don't have to worry about paying short-term or long-term capital gains or anything like that. Just got to calculate Alex's profit after taking out the broker's fees. So you probably know how to find 5% of a number, multiply by 0.05. That's the broker's fees. So the broker's charging $165. So Alex, that sounds like a lot. I gotta double check those numbers. 3,300. Okay, subtract by 165. But I guess he bought 1,000 shares. 135 is what Alex makes. Just double checking the numbers here. We got 1,000. Well, 268 subtract 235. That's 33 times 1,000. Oh wow, I got an extra zero in there. Somebody watching the video probably knew that. So sorry, this should be gone. Yeah, I did. I thought that sounded like a lot of money. So sorry, that's going to change the fee too. All right, it's just $16.50. So 330 subtract $16.50 fee is $313.50. That's Alex's profit after taking out the brokerage fee. Okay, company's dividend yield is a percentage defined as the ratio between its share price and its dividend per share multiplied by 100. So you just have to plug in the dividends per share divided by the price per share times 100. That's the dividend yield. So the company's share price is $2.95 and per share, and it issues a 50-cent dividend per share. So the price per share is 0.50. So what is the dividend yield? Just call that lowercase t. Expresses a percentage nearest tenth of a percent. So pretty straightforward there. $590. Just double checking. I messed up one thing today. It looks right. Oh, what did I do wrong here? Company share price is $2.95 per share and issues a 50-cent dividend. Oh man, I have those reversed, don't I? Very sorry. Makes more sense, I guess. Dividends per share is 50 cents. And then price per share, it's $2.95. Okay. But that was just plug and chug in the formula, right? So we got 16.9. Alright, so when rounding with this one, you just look for the number that's to the right of the decimal. If I was to look even further back, the 9 rounds the 4 up to a 5, the 5 rounds the 9 up. But the rule is you just look to you look at the place you're trying to round to, that's the 10th place. And then you only use the one number, one digit to the right. 4 tells us to round down, so 16.9.